I just want to give everybody a warm welcome to today's virtual gathering. My name is Jennifer Norman. I'm the founder of the Human Beauty Movement. We're also known as the HBM. We are all about radical self-love, radical self-expression, and manifesting the you that you truly want to be. In our sessions, we often will dive deep into mind, body, soul wellness because that helps us to uncover more about ourselves and discover our soul connections with others. And that's why this gathering is so special because we're here to develop our soul connections through the art of meditation and poetry. So let me introduce you to our host. Sarah Magida is a life coach and an artist. She holds a BFA in General Fine Art from Maryland Institute College of Art and a Master of Arts in Publication Design from the University of Baltimore. She's a trained life coach and Reiki master, and she founded Firefly Life Coaching because she recognized that many humans, including artists and those living with neurodivergence, lack creative confidence. And she wants everybody to be that light in the darkness like a firefly. So, in a nutshell, Sarah helps humans excel at being themselves. She has a unique, unconventional ability to transmute your intentions, your purpose, and your goals into reality. And she's got this incredible superpower of digging deep into your inner maze. We all have one, right? And then create a much clearer path to your greatness. So, welcome, Sarah. I will turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you for that very warm introduction. Okay, I'm here on the magical East Coast of the United States of America, and I'm going to be leading through a meditation through your chakras up to your higher self, learning what your higher self has to tell you as far as affirmation or positive words or language, and then writing down a bit of prose or poetry, or even if whatever comes out of this session and meditation, that's your message and that's what you're here to understand. I will be reading off my screen, so if it doesn't look like I'm looking at all of you directly, it's because I'm not. So, but maybe your eyes will be closed anyways, and you'll be meditating. And just with that, if you do raise your hand or anything like that, I may not be able to get to you in a timely manner, but I will try, just so you know. Okay, so, and in reading off my screen, I'd like you all, if you don't have one already, grab a writing tool and paper. I think writing on paper is really important as opposed to typing onto a screen or a device, whatever you may have. It just helps to get more into like that visceral, touching feeling space. So if you don't have a sheet of paper or a sketchbook or a journal, now is definitely the time to get that, and a pen or pencil. And first, we'll do the meditation that I'm about to lead you through, and then we will write about our experience. So it's fine to not go directly into the most perfect prose. After this meditation, you may want to take time to journal or process before writing a poem or an affirmation statement. And if you're a member of the beauty, I keep saying booty, human beauty movement, you can probably come back to this meditation at any time. I think I'm correct in saying that. And yeah, and gain deeper knowledge to your connection to your higher self and how to access the love within you. And this exercise has two main objectives. One, meeting your higher self and coming back with a message. And that message or description or phrase from your higher self. So there's the meditative part, there's the journey, and then there's coming kind of back down into your body, into the earth, and transcribing what you've experienced. Okay, so I'm going to assume everybody has a pen or pencil and paper, and we're all ready to go. So I'd like you to, and I'm going to do it too, be seated. Do not lay down. I want you to stay a bit more active during this meditation. If you are driving, I really hope you're not driving during this, but if you're driving, pull over. This is your time, and I do not want you to have an accident while driving. So again, feet flat on the floor, seated to stay alert, no napping. If you do feel yourself drifting off into some other space, just come back to my voice, come back to your breath, and close your eyes when you're ready. Hands on top of your lap, either palms down or palms up, whichever may feel better. And we'll start off with a breathing exercise that I will lead you through. These are box breaths, so you will do 4 counts in, hold for 4 counts, release 4 counts, hold 4 counts, and repeat. So gently close your eyes if they aren't shut already. And breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold that breath, 2, 3, 4, and release that breath, big release, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and breathe in, big breath in, feel your lungs expand, your rib cage, your belly, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and release, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in deeply, deeply. Nice sip of air. 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath, let it run all through you, and then up to the top of your head. 2, 3, 4. Nice big release, even with a sigh. 2, 3, 4. Now imagine a gentle cord coming from the center of the top of your skull directly down the middle of your body. And this cord connects all your chakras in a centering space from your crown, the top of your head, the color purple, your third eye, indigo, down through your neck or throat, bright blue, your voice, to your heart chakra, green or pink, or both, to your solar plexus, right at your diaphragm where your rib cage meets or extends, yellow, to your stomach, orange, then to your groin or your root chakra, red, and allow your breath on your next inhale to come in through your nose, breathe in, take it on an adventure through your eyes, into your third eye space. Let it explore your head into your crown, the tip top of your head, diving deep into your throat and again out your nose, releasing that breath. And on your next inhale, allow your breath again through your nose, behind your eyes, into your mind, down your throat, into your heart, solar plexus, sacrum, root. Expand your stomach and let that breath again rise from your stomach, solar plexus, heart, throat, crown, third eye, and release. Making a sound if you feel like you need to with that release. Now again, allow your breath in through your nose, behind your eyes, into your mind, down your throat, into your heart, solar plexus, sacrum, root. Expand your stomach and rise all this breath through your body, out through your nose. Making a sound on the exhale if you feel you need to. And again, breathing down through your mind, down your throat, into your heart, your solar plexus, sacrum root. And imagine this exhale coming from your root chakra, up through your sacrum, through your solar plexus, past your heart, moving through your throat and taking a swift sweep up to your mind, your third eye and crown, and out of your mouth. Again, allow your breath through your nose, behind your eyes, into your mind, down your throat, into your heart, solar plexus, sacrum root, expanding your stomach and letting that breath exhale, rising through your body, out through your nose. Make a sound if you need to. Okay, we're all feeling more centered and in that line. All our chakras lined up on top of each other. Raising that awareness. We are all here to learn about our higher selves. Our higher self can appear in any form. The form may even change by the end of this meditation. All this is okay, and whatever does come to you, it is important to follow that intuitive pull and explore it even more. When you feel yourself drifting back to your breath, come back to my voice. Let yourself know that the more relaxed you are, the more connected to your higher self you become. Notice where there may be resistance in your body and focus on breathing into that space to release that tension. Allow yourself to connect to the resistance with the intent of love and joy. And notice when you connect to that resistance, what else may come up. Is there an emotional response? Let it happen and observe it. And when you breathe, breathe into that space, bathing it in a warm awareness of love and joy. So right now, you are connecting inward. You are connecting inwards and towards that higher self. You may notice it is difficult to connect to this space inside, or maybe it comes easily. Either one is wonderful and accepted, and it is a great space to be in. All this knowledge is within you, and it can take time and understanding. Now is the time to release the resistance in your body and mind, and time to connect inward. We are all here in this space of learning and understanding. I invite you to take a step even deeper inside. Breathing deep and noticing any tension that may come up through your body along the way. Breathing into that tension, into that space in your body, or into the awareness in your mind that may be tense still from a long day. And in releasing that tension, let your mouth relax into a gentle smile. In connecting inward, I want you to also think about connecting to your body. Bring awareness to your skin. What do the hairs on your skin feel like? Bring awareness to your nose. What is the furthest point on your nose? Where does it stick out the furthest? Your entire face. What does the sensation of breathing feel like? And in that breath, now physically inward to your lungs. What does bringing that breath into your body feel like? And notice your stomach and rib cage when you breathe in. Notice the expansion and calm. Recognize that in this calm, this also holds your connection to your higher self. A higher self is a more complete version of you. It is also close to you and there for you to access. There for you to understand and there to help you. It is a version of you when all your goals are complete. Some refer to it as the transcendental self or the divine self. Your higher self has been with you all along. It holds your wisdom and answers. It is you, and you are an extension of it. You are connected to your higher self through a light beam, rope, or ribbons of light. Or you're connected to it by the sheer act of breathing. Activating this connection creates love in your heart. Activating this connection is like turning on a light switch in your heart. Tuning into this love lets you know they are always there and with you. Relax into that knowing. Your higher self may look like you, maybe a future version of you, maybe you in 20 years, or it may be you 20 years ago. May have a haircut or clothing you never had or owned. As the image of your higher self takes shape, look at it. No need to force it. They are the voice of unconditional love within you. Tuning into them is tuning into love. Set the intention to activate this strong connection. Feel a yes growing within you. This yes knows that this connection is possible. Feel a yes connection that what you desire is possible. Know that this is your truth and your journey. Know that your higher self has answers and can be asked. Know that your higher self helps you to stay aligned and helps you dissolve resistance to yeses and necessary no's that come from staying in alignment. Know that you can ask for assurance at any time. Know that when you feel judgment or worry, your higher self is present with love and understanding. Know that the answers are within you, and a connection to your higher self provides extra guidance. Your higher self knows this as well. Your higher self comforts you and provides the validation you may need for your best life. Your higher self sees you. Your higher self loves you. Your higher self can look like the most magical elf, sharp dresser, swamp witch, pure light and color, outer space, stars, galaxies. Your higher self may even change as you grow in alignment. You are guided by this presence. Go ahead now and ask your higher self for words of assurance, of advice, of self-assurance, validation, knowing. You may get a reply that may sound like a whisper, like a secret, a voice, an even louder voice, a song, or even a vision. This higher self is strength. This higher self is expressing more life and energy than you thought attainable. The higher self includes the power of all life. It is all that you are and experience, and the result of spirit in action. You are made strong and steadfast by its strength. You stand in the conviction that your path is guided by this presence. You can tap in to this higher self at any time and ask if this action or step is aligned with your higher self. And call this phrase for support, free of judgment, free of doubt, and full of assurance. Your higher self is the center of divine energy. And you are open to receiving its gifts. You are creative soul source energy. that is connected to the power of change and humanity. Say yes to this. Say yes to the experience of the greatness of the world. Remaining steadfast in your purpose to express more love, more life, and all your beautiful creativity. Your higher self knows that you are important and celebrated. You know that even negative or traumatic experiences can be processed. And your darkness is even celebrated as well, because you are healing through this. You know that you are loved by your higher self and connected to all the expansive joy and expansive endless love. And again, go ahead and ask your higher self for words of assurance. If you need advice, ask your higher self for words of advice, for validation, for knowing. Again, it can be heard as a whisper, like a secret, a voice, a vision, or a song. Know that you are loved by your higher self and connected to all the expansive joy and expansive endless love. As you come back to earth, wiggle your toes. Know your higher self is still with you, always. Know that your higher self can be accessed. Know that nothing has disappeared when you open your eyes. It has been awakened. Now, if you'd like to, you can slowly blink open your eyes. And if it helps to do so, or if you'd like to stay connected to this state, come back to closing your eyes and come back to your breath and come back to the visualization you just had of this higher self. Okay. So we're going to begin by journaling everything, hopefully everything, that you may have experienced. The look or feeling of your higher self, what connected you, and was it physical or more ethereal? And I'll write those questions in the chat for you as well. I am really into group participation, so if anybody does want to raise their hand, I can take them off mute and ask you some questions, or if you want to share with the group anything. Okay, and we'll start. For me, most of my processing when it comes to writing poems is journaling. Oh, good, Giselle. I'm glad you had a relaxing experience. Yeah. So, with poetry, like, um, not a lot comes from writing the first draft for me. Maybe I'll get a couple words in there or phrases, but it's very helpful for me to journal and just write, just free write at first. So I'm going to give you all some time to just free write. Jennifer, did you have anything to say or add?
I second Giselle. That was extremely relaxing and it really did take me very deep. I did have a lot of visual um,
Beautiful.
concepts coming through that I can't wait to get on paper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a fan of that in meditation. And I'll copy a couple questions that I have just to get the journaling um, juices going or writing juices. And again, if anyone wants to write anything in the chat, that is very welcome, or any questions or comments or clarifying anything. I am here for it. I'm just copying some questions. Yeah. Or if this group is a little quiet, that's okay too.
I have a question. This is Giselle.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Um, do we free write just in journaling free write, or do we need to follow any sort of like format? Or
Um, I was thinking everyone can just start for maybe just like 5 minutes of just free writing.
okay,
And then I do have some questions that I've copied into the chat. Um, if you want to, or if some people need more structure, I know that. So if you want to answer those questions after free writing, or if you're the kind of person that really thrives with structure and being asked very direct questions, they're there for you as well. I'm kind of loose with these, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna answer some questions that are popping up. Yeah, we'll stop free writing in about 3-ish minutes or so. Well, let's just say my time by 7:40, your time by 4:40, so 4 minutes. I'll give you guys 4 minutes. Just process, down to earth. Just had an interesting experience relaxing and visualizing. So I'll give you about 4 more minutes. Oh, okay, time's up. So I'm gonna let you all. I have a couple kind of prompts to help you get into a writing mindset. So I wrote as a question, and I'll put it in again. I wrote a couple questions. So when kind of asking your higher self for guidance or affirmation, what or where does it tell you? This might be a really weird question or feel very weird or very strange. And it also kind of just depends on what kind of how you interpret something of more, I guess, divine origin. Some people are very auditory, so they're gonna hear something, or they're going to say, "Oh, that's my favorite song playing. That means go to the dance party tonight," or something like that. You know, they use songs as messages, auditory messages. Some people are more visual when they connect to higher self. It might be more like, I'm looking for a sign. My higher self is going to send me this sign. Or it could just be purely like internal, intuition based, feelings based, emotions based, or more referencing places in your body. So I am asking you, in asking your higher self for guidance or affirmation, where or how do you receive those messages? And feel free to type in the chat too. And when you're learning about how you receive this message or how you'd like to receive this message, you can ask too. You can be in charge too. What does that tell you about your life or your body? Feel free to answer in the chat or just ask for any guidance there, or just jot things down, whatever comes up to you when I ask you that question. And I'll give you a little bit of time. I do appreciate quick, intuitive answers. So Jennifer says she tends to see it visually and hear a voice, or feel it in your heart. Yeah. Giselle, for you, it's visual via visions. Nice. And then let's go kind of further into that. And what kind of emotions are present? Like for some people, during deeper meditations, they may cry or they may tear up. What kind of emotion is that connecting to? Or, I mentioned the smile, letting your mouth go into a smile. What kind of emotion does that connect to? Or when questioning or asking your higher self, like, where do you feel that connection in your body, and what kind of emotion or feeling can you attribute to that? And I'm asking you some abstract questions here, I realize this. Okay. Let me just read the chat. So Jennifer says, I receive messages in my dreams most often. When I'm awake, it's during quiet times when I'm in my own thoughts. And we have two Jennifers, and Jennifer Norman says, I feel comforted, warmth, nurtured, safe. Nice. So I know you're all jotting down these emotions. And I think it's definitely worth mentioning that it is hard to kind of grasp or give words to these feelings or visions. And when that difficulty arises, just take a moment, come back to your breath, maybe even hand on your heart, feeling into that warm space on your chest. Close your eyes. And then ask your higher self. And then when you're done with that process, to describe yourself to yourself in describing to yourself, just speaking to yourself or in writing, the emotion, and describe the visual connections to your experience. And I have what I call this is funny, inner world words, and then there are outer world words. So an inner world word might be more descriptive, might be more going into the abstract, kind of dancing around what an object might actually be. It's more of the feelings drawn from it, the descriptors, the textures, the experience of it. And then an outer world word is the more the more literal description of it. Like if it's a table, how many legs does it have? What wood is it made out of? What does that mean to you? So I like to play around with these, what I call inner world words and outer world words. A little tongue-tied tonight. And also, when you have your outer world words, and I write things down a lot. So I wrote down this as a description of what I'm about to say, and I wrote it down on a little index card, and I was going to hold it up for you. So I like to kind of divide things down when I go layers deeper into my words. So I have at the top here, for me it's backwards, but it might be the right way for you all. It says the sky is blue. And then I go into that word, whatever word I feel like needs more of a descriptive statement or descriptive words, or like something that isn't quite so tangible. And I want to get more abstract and more expressive. Then I go into that word and I make a little tree. So I have sky written right here. And I'm not sure if you can read it because I can't read it that well. So it says under sky is ceiling, space, and atmosphere. And then I have blue, and blue has a little tree. It says cyan, watery, light. So when finding a word that feels like a stumbling block or a stop instead of an opening, I kind of dissect that word into what other words I could be using. And again, there are no rules here in this exercise. There's absolutely no rules. Absolutely not. So there's no reason to feel like things have to be, a perfect amount of syllables. If one sentence comes out of tonight's workshop, that is great. You've done a lot. If 2 pages of prose come out, that's amazing. You've also done a lot. So no rules tonight. I just wanted to make that clear. And if you feel blocked at all in your writing, that's why, it's why we did the free writing to begin with. Begin by just writing any words that come to mind, anything at all. And you know what? If you start drawing or doodling, that's great too. Anything goes right now. And if those doodles become letters, that's great also. Associate that letter with some words. And it may seem funny or absurd what comes out, but I think it's all important and worth holding on to, not worth throwing away. When you're in this kind of space after a meditation, the rational side of things can kick in, and it might start to say judgment things. That, what you're experiencing isn't real or isn't important or isn't valid. It's definitely important to hold on to the work or the poems or the doodles that come after being in that sort of meditative state. I think you can learn a lot from them. And of course, if you're feeling blocked, you can ask your higher self for direction. And this experience is for you, not for anyone else. And if this poem becomes a series of I am statements, that's wonderful, because you are. And if this poem in your mind or that you have written is too literal, great, you wrote a literal poem. If this prose is too deep or maybe confusing, keep it with you and let it be your guidance and refer to it, and maybe it'll serve a purpose later on and answer a question. I'm not sure where anyone is in their writing right now, but this is definitely a safe space. So if you'd like to share, either raise your hand or type in the chat. Oh, you wrote a poem! Jennifer, do you want to come off mute and tell us what your poem is? Yeah, G has a statement. Relax, reconnect, elevate, loving awareness. XXX. Nice. Oh, okay, Jennifer. Is it okay if I read it aloud to the group then, Jennifer? Ooh, flow like the energy of vines. I like it. Okay, I'll read it out loud, Jennifer. Yeah. Okay, Jennifer writes, I am tension, I am release. I am the wind, I am wind in the trees, a breeze. I am love, I am light. I am seen and out of sight. I am sun after the rain. I am flowers blooming in spring. I am bound but getting free. I'm ease. Beautiful. Nice. We'll snap because we're at a poetry reading now. Thank you. Yes, thank you for sharing so much.
I wrote a couple of lines I'll share on screen. I'll try to be brave. Okay, and I actually rhymed. I can't believe it, or at least I tried to. Walking through the universe, I sense inside my mind. I wade through celestial fireflies of every sort of kind. The pathway clears to see, appear, a vision to behold. As glory be, that is the higher me, a story to be told. And that's all I got.
Ooh, whoa, nice. Yeah. Yeah, amazing work tonight. Or work. It's not really work. Flows, flows. Yes. Okay. So Jennifer's gonna pop off. I think I need to be the host, but I'm not sure. I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyone else? I had actually only planned this until 8 o'clock on my calendar. I think that's what this is all about. And I'm gonna take Jen's. Yes, I love doing this. I loved having you here, Giselle. Yes. Giselle, I just wanted to oh, yeah, it ends in 5 minutes. I think Jennifer was going to wrap us up too with where you could access the meditation. Much needed and appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
Absolutely. Has everybody shared? Does anybody else want to share before we wrap things up?
And I will be doing another workshop in basically how to watercolor techniques and some gouache as well. And taking what you wrote today and turning it into like a watercolor poster. So an illustrated poem. Hmm. Yeah, I believe it's on the 14th. I have to make sure.
That is amazing. Amazing. Yes. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for leading us in the meditation and in the guidance for writing the prose. Very, very powerful. I want to thank everybody else also too for joining us tonight. If you enjoyed the session, please let everybody know because we are a small community, but we thrive by word of mouth. And we are hoping to touch as many people as possible with beauty of love and light. And so, continue to be part of our community and our growth. And definitely let us know, send us messages, let us know how this was for you. I know, Jennifer, you're already on our community, so thank you, G. If you'd like to join us, I put the website where you can join the Human Beauty Movement community. You can find Sarah there, and we are going to be posting the recording of this session. If anybody wants to refer to it again, you can absolutely do that. And I look forward to future events with both Sarah as well as our other hosts. You can see them here at this particular URL on this events page. You can see everything that's coming up. We also have a great book club series, which Giselle will be hosting coming up, where the first book that we'll be talking about is Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws. So I'm excited to dive into that book and start reading it. So with that, yes,
Yeah.
I just want to once again thank you, Sarah. This was great. I really enjoyed this so much.
You need to relax and get into
Yeah, yes, I definitely feel that. Good,
this
good for
once.
a Wednesday.
Yeah. Nice mid relaxation and arts practice. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I'll see y'all next time.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.